Is there a universal definition of happiness? It's a question that has puzzled philosophers, scientists, and everyday people for centuries. While happiness is often considered the ultimate goal in life, the concept of what constitutes happiness is highly subjective and varies greatly from person to person. Some people associate happiness with wealth and material possessions, while others find happiness in simple things like spending time with loved ones or pursuing their passions. According to the World Happiness Report, factors like income, social support, and freedom to make life choices can contribute to overall happiness, but these factors don't guarantee happiness for everyone. One interesting aspect of the question of a universal definition of happiness is the cultural differences in how happiness is perceived. In some cultures, happiness may be equated with individual success and achievement, while in others, happiness may be seen as the result of strong community ties and social harmony. In addition, there are differences in how happiness is experienced and expressed. For example, in Western cultures, it's common to see people smiling and laughing as a sign of happiness, while in other cultures, people may express happiness through more subdued behaviors or emotions. Despite these differences, there are some commonalities in how happiness is understood across cultures. For example, studies have shown that social connections and relationships are important factors in overall happiness. People who have close relationships with family and friends tend to be happier than those who are socially isolated. Ultimately, the question of a universal definition of happiness may be impossible to answer definitively. While there are some common factors that contribute to happiness, everyone's experience of happiness is unique and shaped by their individual circumstances, culture, and worldview. In conclusion, the quest for happiness is a universal human experience, but the definition of happiness is highly subjective and varies greatly from person to person and culture to culture. Despite these differences, social connections and relationships are consistently identified as important factors in overall happiness. So, while there may not be a universal definition of happiness, there are certainly ways to cultivate happiness in our own lives through our relationships with others.